Hi, I'm David. Welcome to another episode of Changing Times. Our guest is Andrew Globe, Director of INTX Transport. Please enjoy and stay safe. Hi, Andrew. How's everything going?
Yeah, interesting times, David. Business-wise and personally.
Yeah. First of all, tell us what is your business, what's your profession?
Okay, the business is corporate and event transport. It's about providing uh, coaches, minibuses, chauffeur-driven cars for tourists, events, and and various sort of commercial contracts and things like that.
Yeah. So, how has the pandemic and everything affected the business? Obviously, everything come to a standstill.
Yeah, everything's completely come to a standstill. There is zero work going on at the moment. Nobody's moving. Nobody wants to use transport services. The whole, I mean, going at this time of the year, we should be in full flow with inbound tourism, sort of people visiting um, the UK, and it's just everything's come to a standstill, complete and utter stop.
So, how has it affected yourself? Have you been okay in yourself and with all the change? Are you concerned?
Um, on a personal level, I mean, but from a business perspective, we realised fairly early on that it was going to have a big impact, and we cut everything we possibly could very fast. We sort of looked at every single expense, from staff wages to sort of telephone contracts and Microsoft accounts and every we just and then all PR and everything that we were doing, we just we just cut it with immediate effect. It was only when the government announced the job retention scheme, which was after we'd already made our decision that we had to let staff go, that we were able to say to the staff, okay, this is the scheme now. We're happy to put you onto that scheme. But we it was really we had to make a lot of very uncomfortable decisions. We've now reduced our overheads to a pretty low figure,
Yeah.
and we'll have to see what happens.
Well, that's it. Everyone's unfortunately in the same boat. Well, your classes in the hospitality industry, but also in the transport industry. So it's bad.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, certainly very much involved with tourism and hospitality, because that and events, the event market is, and conferences and events and that sort of market, and football. I mean, the football is just that's a really big part of our business, and to be losing Premier League games in the city of Liverpool at this time of the year when Liverpool were having the most unbelievable season, is I've no idea. I've not sat down to work out the cost of this. I mean, it is what it is.
Well, that's it.
So get on with it.
I don't think anyone in business should look at what the loss is. I think have you been able to reflect on where the business was? Have you made plans for the future where you want it to be that you couldn't get it to there?
I mean, 2020 was going to be a really significant year for us. The business has been growing quite a lot over the last 4 or 5 years, and we set some really big targets for 2020. So they're completely out the window. Going forward, I think things will come back on slowly. And we had one inquiry in today where people were supposed to be coming over in May, and they're now talking about coming over in September. So sort of some people look like they might be confident to be starting to travel again in the autumn. If that happens, that'll be it'll be nice to have some business coming in. I guess to reflect on a personal level, I've put in very long hours, worked every day of the week, and so it's quite nice to go. Not to go to bed with my phone next to me,
Yeah.
because there was always stuff going on in the middle of the night, it was 24-hour operation. To actually put the phone into another room is really unusual and really quite nice. To go for a run and not have to take my phone with me, just in case somebody calls me while somebody needs something, is nice. It's about keeping strong, keeping healthy, physically and mentally.
Well, that's it. Are you concerned for the future, or are you looking at it that when things start opening back up again and stuff, you'll slowly go back to normal, or are you concerned that the business won't be the same again?
I think the business will not be the same again. I don't think we can ever go back to pre-pandemic levels, the way that it was. I mean, potentially there was other work which will pick up, but where it was, I don't think I don't ever see. I don't see that ever coming back to the way it was. So I think we'll definitely have a business at the end of it. I mean, we can the business is in effect now asleep. It's and we can open this up again at any point in the future. But we on a personal level, it's like, okay, well, I need to earn some money. What else can I do? What other skills do I have? I have a background of hospitality, but that's not a good business to go into.
Not at the moment.
I've always loved computers, so maybe something in the computer world, internet security. I've started an online course to try and up my skills. But I've been self-employed since I was 21, which is a few years ago now, and I just need to. I'll find a new business if I need to.
Well, that's it. But your primary concentration is the transport business. So you're taking this time really to upskill and educate yourself?
Yeah. No, that's what am I interested in? What do I want to? What don't I know? What would I like to know more about?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely something that it took. I mean, I signed up for the course, but then it took me ages to actually go ahead and do it. But once I've started it, it's been really interesting.
Yeah. So can you take any positives from this time of not working and looking at everything on an outsider's level now because everything's stopped?
Yeah. I mean, for a while it was quite depressing. I'd wake up in the morning or not wake up in the morning, just stay in bed. It's like, well, what's the point of getting out of bed? But now actually, this may be the only time of my life where I have this amount of time. So, let's enjoy it. The sun's been shining quite a lot of the time. I've been out and about. I've been doing much more exercise, and just having the headspace to think. And it's like, this is a gift. That's the way I see it.
That's amazing. But so where can people find you? So are you doing much on social media with the business? So everything's still in people's minds, so everyone doesn't forget about you?
We're not doing very much at the moment, because you're flogging a dead horse.
Yeah.
There isn't, nobody's buying transport services. Nobody's going on holiday. There's no airport transfers. There's no events. There's no football matches. There's no tourists coming in. All that's stopped. What we're doing, there's a few things we're doing. One is a lot of it's via email and telephone calls. So we're contacting our existing customers just to say, how you doing? Why haven't you paid our bill? Have you got any work coming in the future? Just a general catch up. Are you keeping well and healthy? Things like that, and that's quite nice on a personal level. And we're doing the same with our suppliers as well. So all the owner drivers that work for us, all the coach companies, all the subcontractors, all the different people. It's just about keeping in touch with them. and making sure that everybody's keeping well and keeping healthy, and making sure that when it does come back round, people, people still want to do business with us.
That's it. So where can people find you? How can they contact you?
We have a website, and there's a contact form on the website. The telephone numbers are still open. Our email addresses are still monitored. We're still happy to talk to people, even if it's like planning something in 2021 or 2022. We're happy to give them advice and talk to them. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Andrew. It's been a pleasure talking with you as always.
Lovely to speak to you as well, David.
Okay, we'll speak to you soon.